This is Russ. Hey, I got an email yesterday from Rad Power Bikes. Let me read you the caption here. It says, Rad Power Bikes coming 12/6/22, our most requested model ever. Now, you can't get an email like that without thinking, what is the most requested bike ever of Rad Power Bikes, right? So now typically I put out videos Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays now that it's getting colder and I can't ride every single day. But I decided I'm going to get up early today and make this video and put it out here on Friday, all right? Because this thing's coming out on Tuesday of next week. I've got to find out what people think is going to be the most requested model from Rad. And I'll give you my suggestions, what I think it might be, all right? So put comments in the comment section below, be nice, okay? And tell me what you think the model will be, all right? Now, you might know that at 2,500 miles last year, 2,500 miles, I made a video saying, would I buy the Rad Rover 6 Plus or would I go to a different brand or just stick with the Rad Rover 5 that I purchased? And at the end of the video, a little spoiler alert here, I concluded that the Rad Rover 5 had everything I needed and wanted, and I was fine. I'm just sticking with it. Now, we know that this year things have changed, okay? A lot of the manufacturers have sent me bikes to review, and so now I have a whole arsenal of bikes. Yeah, they're all sitting in the room next to me here. So now the question is, am I going to get the new Rad Rover, whatever they call it? Now, I'm thinking it's going to be part of the Rad Rover line, and here's why I think it might be. As we know, this year, they dropped the price consistently all year long on that Rad Rover 6 Plus. Now, they have had some issues with the bike, most specifically with I think the battery. A lot of people were complaining that they were blowing fuses like crazy on this battery, and it wasn't easily user replaceable fuses. You'd have to open the battery up in order to get to the fuse and everything. So, yeah, that was kind of a nightmare for a lot of people. And as I was reading this, I said, there's no way I'm going to buy a Rad Rover 6 Plus. And I didn't think it was significant enough of an upgrade for me to make that jump just 1 year later. Because really, the Rad Rover 6 Plus had, hydraulic brakes and supposedly a stronger motor. I don't know whether that's true or not. I didn't try one, so I don't know. But really, it didn't have a whole lot. What it did offer was a semi-integrated battery and the down tube. Okay, so it made it look a little sleeker, but I wasn't a fan of that either at the time. But now we're noticing too, many of the bikes coming out, the batteries are integrated inside the down tube, so you can't even get to them unless you get into the bike, and that makes it proprietary. Then you can't make modifications. And you might know that the Rad Rover 5 that I had replaced their battery with a triangle battery. And also put a second triangle battery on the rear rack. So I actually had two 52 volt, 20 amp hour batteries with my Rad Rover 5, giving me 40 amp hours to go. I use that bike for distance now. Okay, I don't ride it a whole lot, but I do ride it when I want to go farther because I have a lot of batteries on it. So I didn't buy the Rad Rover 6 Plus. And we know too that the Rad Rover 6 Plus dropped in price throughout the year. I mean, they were doing $200 off, $300 off, and then towards the end of this year, it became a $700 discount. That makes it way lower than what I pay for the Rad Rover 5. So many people who bought Rad Rovers weren't too happy when they saw those price drops, okay? Now, if you were lucky enough to buy one of these bikes at $700 off, because this is roughly a $2,000 bike, you would have bought a Rad Rover 6 Plus for about $1,300, all right? That's a good deal. I don't care what they're giving you. It's a great deal at $700 off, okay? But of course, it devalues the bike at that point. So what are they doing for this most requested model ever? So I'm going to tell you what my guesses are. You tell me in the comments what you think it is. Be nice in your comments, okay? So first thing I was thinking is motor, okay? Now, a lot of people has said that they believe that the Rad Rover bikes were underpowered. Now, they claim 750 watts, but many people believe it's an actual 500 watt motor that peaks at 750. And you can see it on the meter that it just shows it to 750 and just stops at that point. It doesn't go further than that. Many other bikes, as we know, when you look at it, when it peaks out, it's hitting close to 1,000 or more watts. So the rad bikes seem to be a little underpowered compared to competition. All right. So I think the first thing people are going to say is their most requested would be, give us a better motor. All right. So my guess is this new bike will have a 750 watt motor. We'll see if I'm right on Tuesday. Okay. I think it's going to go to a true 750 watt motor. Now, if they don't do that, I think they're going to be criticized again. We'll see. Now, the second thing that I think is it's going to have hydraulic brakes. Now, the Rad Rover 6 Plus added hydraulic brakes that the Rad Rover 5 did not have. That's a good thing. Okay, they did Tektro hydraulic brakes, which are good brakes. Okay, so I think it's going to continue with a hydraulic brake system from Tektro. All right. I think they're also going to probably change the chain ring or some type of gearing ratio. Now, a lot of people have complained that these bikes, and I'm not just saying Rad, I'm saying a lot of the bikes today don't have the right ratios to give us the ability to not ghost pedal. I think they're going to try to fix that, right? I mean, if they're going to give us the most requested bike ever, okay, they've got to fix certain things. So I think the gear ratios are going to change. Right, I think they'll have a step over and a step through model, just like they typically do. I think they'll have both versions. Okay, and if I had to guess, I'm going to guess they're going to give us a mid-drive motor. I mean, this is essentially everything that most people would say. These are upgrades that I would like to try or at least have. All right, so. I think it's going to be a mid-drive motor that is a true 750 watt mid-drive motor. It'll have a little bit more torque so we can go over hills a little bit better. It'll have a better gear ratio on there. It'll have the hydraulic brakes on there. It'll be a step over and a step through version, and it'll come out as a Rover version. Okay, the Rad Rovers have always been their premium product, and so I think that's what they're going to do. And the fact that they had dropped the Rad Rover 6 Plus $700 immediately told me that they're going to get rid of this model. They're selling it dirt cheap to get rid of it in preparation of the new models that are coming. So that's my guess. All right. Now, are they going to add other stuff? Okay, maybe they may want to add suspension, right? Maybe they'll put a rear suspension to it. But I think all this stuff is just going to add up to too much money. Rad has always been a product that were affordably priced without going into the major premium. So I don't think we're going to see a suspension model, a full suspension model. I think they're going to give us the other things first, and then the suspension will be held off. Now, if they give us a suspension along with it, then I think it's pretty much giving you everything that you might want. Okay, all right, maybe you want trigger shifters, right? Because a lot of people feel that the cheap SIS shifting system from Shimano was not the best. I mean, it functions well. Most bikes out there now in its price class use that shifter, but they can move up to the better Shimano shifter. Maybe they'll give us a little bit better derailleur instead of the standard. What do they always give us? I don't know. Maybe the Acera or one of the Shimano lower models. Maybe they'll give us a higher model of it. But everything they add is just going to add to the cost. So how high are they going to make this bike? I mean, how expensive are they going to do it? So I don't think they're going to give us everything, because I think they want to stay within the $2,000 to, let's say, $2,000 to $2,300 price ranges. Because I think they're going to probably raise the price. I don't think it's going to be $2,000. Oh, okay. They might discount it eventually to $2,000. All right. Okay. So let me say this too. You might be asking, hey, Russ, are you going to buy one of these bikes when they come out? The answer is yes. I don't even care what it is. I'm going to have to buy a bike. As you know, many of you guys have used the discount codes for Rad Power Bikes in my description of all my videos. I have a $50 discount for you in there. You can use it again if you want to buy one of these bikes. But when you do that, I get $50 as well. So many of my viewers have done this. And so we've had enough money to buy several bikes in the past already, and I have enough to buy probably one and a half of these bikes that are coming. So I have to use the money somehow. It's a credit. It's not cash, right? So it has to go back to Rad. So with this much money sitting in there, what am I going to do? Buy tons and tons and tons of accessories? No, I'm going to have to buy a bike somewhere. So I'm thinking when this bike comes out, I'm going to get one. Now, I could wait towards the end of the year and wait until they drop it $700. But these things are just going to accumulate. So I figure, yeah, whatever comes out, if it looks good enough, I'm going to get one of these bikes. And then I'll be able to use it and ride it and give you a review of it. Now, the thing is, I am not an affiliate of Rad Power Bikes. I only have the $50 coupon code because I bought a Rad Power Bike myself back 2 years ago. So that's the code that I have, and that's the code that I give you, and it's good for everybody. I mean, it's always been $50 as a discount for you. So use that if you want. Yeah, so yeah, I'm gonna get one of these bikes. I don't know exactly when I will get it. I will probably end up waiting until next year. I mean, I don't know when this bike is actually going to be available, but they say it's coming. That doesn't mean it's going to actually be released that quickly. Just because they're going to show it to you doesn't mean you're going to get it. But yeah, I'm going to get one of these. I mean, if they're saying it's the most requested model ever, it's got to have some upgrades in there that I would like to try out. Okay. Now, a lot of these bikes that I have, am I keeping them all? Well, I have a lot of them right now. I have quite a few in my house. I don't really need another bike, and I'm sure there's going to be more review bikes coming that, you know, with companies that I'm already working with, or maybe new companies coming along. But Rad has never really reached out to me to say, hey, would you like to, you know, try one of our bikes and just give me a bike? So since they haven't done that, I will buy one because I have credit from them. I have to use it somehow. So we'll get a chance to try it out here on the Russ is Right channel. So you have to sit tight and wait. So let's conclude with this. Put a comment below of what you think the bike will be. All right. Besides the things that you think it'll have, put down how much money you think it is. We'll try to do this as soon as we can. Now, typically I release these videos on Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays during this cold weather season because I can't ride every single day, so we've changed our schedule to that. But I'm going to try to release this video as soon as I can on Friday. All right. Now it takes a little bit of time for YouTube to make the high definition version of the video, and so I have to wait a little bit until all that clears through, and then I will release it. So this video might be coming out sometime here on Friday, maybe later in the day on Friday. I just wanted to get it out as fast as we can so we can get people's comments and guesses as to what this new bike is going to be. Now, the reason I'm doing so much about this on the Rad side, even though I'm not affiliated with Rad, other than the fact that I own my own Rad power bike that I bought, is because Rad is one of the largest, if not the largest, e-bike company here in the United States as far as how much sales they make. So they're a big force to reckon. So that's why we talk about Rad, and I do like the Rad bikes. I like my Rad Rover. I just feel it's a little underpowered at this point compared to other bikes that I have. So make your guess, put a comment, and we'll see where it goes. All right. And then when it comes out on Tuesday, I'll make some comments then. But I think that video probably won't come out until either Wednesday or Thursday. I'm trying to stick with the Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday schedule, but this bike is kind of throwing me off a little bit. So you might see some videos come out a little bit earlier after they make their announcement on Tuesday. So anyways, do that. If you like this video, go ahead and hit the like button. Hit the subscribe button if you haven't already done so. Stick with me. We have other things we'll be talking about throughout the year. I'll talk to you guys next time.